Welcome to part 3. We're just going to have a really quick look at, if you're a 2D artist, how you map on a 2D image into the street scene. So we've got our street scene down here in Hobart, and excuse me, I've got the file already set up for you. The only thing that you need to know is you need to make a square image to map onto this billboard that's going to sit in the middle of our alleyway. So it's all set up ready to go, so I'd recommend maybe like 2000 by 2000 pixels might be a good size for you to make your billboard to. Once you've got it all set up and ready to go, if you open the file, you'll see that there is basically, under the outliner, you'll see there is an object called front panel, and that is where we're going to put our object or our artwork. So I'll flip it back to 3D view. You can see I'm in edit mode. I've got the front panel selected, and what I'm going to do is down here I've got UV image editor open, so it should look like this when you open it anyway, but let's just go to image, open image. Now I've just got a image. Here we go, selected, and I've saved it as a Photoshop file. It may, oh yeah, it's going to deal with it fine. Okay, so I've got that set up in my file here. What you can do is scale this up to fit your image. So I'm just going to go scale in here, and I'm just going to get this border around the outside. I can go G for grab, and I'm just scaling it up to fit. Scale Y, I'll hit the X, okay, so you can say which direction you want it to go to. So that is looking about right. Okay, that's good. So that's set up, ready to go on our billboard, but we can't see it yet. There's just one more step. I'm just going to go to my node editor, okay, and here I've got under the image texture, I've just got to select the file that I put in there. In my case it was this hype beast, and I'll pop it on there now. And just make sure that it's all assigned properly. Okay, yep. You probably won't need to click on assign, it's just the one off. And okay, so if I look at my artwork now, I can see that, so I'll just maximize this a little bit and zoom in on my camera. And you can see, as that renders up now, you can see the artwork is sitting there in the alleyway. Now you might need to move it around a little bit. There's two ways you can do that. I've got the camera. If we go out into object mode by hitting tab or object there, I can select the camera and I can move the camera around, and that will effectively zoom the object. Okay, so and move it around, but it won't change. Here we go. It won't change the background. So you're sort of moving the two. It's kind of artificial to get it to look right. So it'll take a little bit of bucking around. You can move your camera. You can look at your object with a bit more rotation if you want to. So you can use this rotation tab, and we can look at this sort of a bit more side on if you want it to, you know, look a little bit more three-dimensional, something like that. Okay, so that might be good, and you can adjust your camera perspective as well, just under our camera tab, and at the moment it's set at a focal length of 19. So if I take it down to say 10, it's going to give us a fisheye and fit a lot of scene in there. Or if I say put it on 30, you know, it's going to zoom in more. Okay, so it's just going to be up to you to experiment and see how that works out for you. So I might just pop that on, say 22. Okay, that looks about right. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I've got all my render presets are ready to go. So all I need to do, once I've got my scene looking right, is I can come up here and go render and render image, and it'll do the rest for me, and I'll just save it out of that render image when I'm done. If you wanted to change the background to a different street scene, I could just click on the globe, okay, and down here I'm in Node Editor, which is great, and I could click on the globe, oops, down here, and this shows me my settings where the world is, and I could change this panorama, this of the 360 panorama from in town to a different one if I wanted to by just loading it up into that scene. But we'll leave it as it is at the moment. It's ready to render, okay, so we can render out our image and print it out as our Polaroid ready to stick down on display. Okay, so thanks for that, and I'll see you next time.